Welcome, guys. This is your 5D YouTube channel, Divine Hippie 2222. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm doing the general reading for the collective of Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. So, all right, guys, let's see what's going on. Present energy. Ooh, we have strength. Guys, we've got this. That is exactly what the universe is wanting us to honor. Our strength, our courage. I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Okay, and future energy. This is for the Emperor. Using our head over our heart. Being logical, right? But I also take the Emperor as, the King of Kings. Well, that's knowing when to be grounded, knowing when to be emotionally supportive, knowing when to have more structure, and knowing when to be passionate and inspiring. So it's you've got the strength to get through this presently. And so what I'm getting is it's like balancing out, right? And in the future, it's like you're going to be approaching things more logically, knowing which approach to use in the future. Okay. And the card at the bottom of the deck, boom, trusting yourself, the High Priestess, Earth signs. I'm telling you. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. All right, so let's clarify strength presently. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from this is, like I said, this is the universe wanting us to honor and acknowledge our own strength, okay? And again, this is, in my opinion, reiterated because the Knight of Pentacles is very, very protective, very grounded, very intentional, purposeful energy, right? So presently, the universe is asking us to intentionally get balanced so that we can then put in time and effort into our environment, right? So the universe is asking us for the strength and the courage to put up boundaries. That's what I'm getting. It's like, put up boundaries. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is intentionally finding that grounding, that balance, right? So that we can then be that, or maybe not be that, kindly forgive me, so that we can offer if need be, so that we can be supportive. Supportive. I like that word better. So we can be supportive of our environment, and work with our environment. That's what I'm getting. This is like a time of getting intentionally centered, balanced, solid, getting back to nature, right? So that's beautiful energy, guys. Presently. Okay. So let's clarify the Emperor. Future energy. Okay. I love the walrus. Let's see. High Priestess. She kind of looks a little no nonsense. Like she's found her balance. She's honoring her connection. Masculine, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's honoring our higher self, the connection to our higher self, and understanding that this is a time, I think, of building our strength. Maybe this is not so much honoring, but this is building upon our strength. I think this is beautiful. Intentionally getting centered, intentionally getting grounded, intentionally intentionally working on balance, on grounding, on being centered. Sorry, that's my mom's phone in the background. But yeah, presently building upon that strength and building upon that courage and that fortitude and that trust in yourself and knowing. I think that's fantastic. So let's see. Emperor, future energy. Okay. All right. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 4 of Cups in reverse. And we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Wow. And we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, guys, you're really trusting yourself. You're really trusting yourself on letting go, on understanding that how do I want to say this? Hold on. You're really trusting yourself in shedding the old, letting go of issues. It could be an indication of making large purchases, openness, generous to a fault, right? So letting go of those things. It could be an indication of, losing something valuable, trusting yourself, knowing that this is the universe. You're trusting that you are doing the right thing. You're following the universe's instructions, knowing that I may not understand, but it's all going to work out, right? It's all going to work out. My tummy grumbled, I guess, in confirmation of that. So, all right, future energy. Emperor, knowing when to be compassionate, knowing when to be more structured, knowing when to be more creative and inspirational, and knowing when to be more grounded. So that is going to be letting go of what that is going to take, earth signs. Kindly forgive me. That's what I'm getting from this, okay? This is all in our heads, right? Like it may feel like it's our entire body, but the 10 of Swords is rising above, okay? Rising above. And swords are mindset, right? So rising above, letting go of emotion, of, letting go of the doubt, letting go of the regret, letting go of the sadness, letting go of the hurt, letting go of the pain. And that is what is going to allow us to feel welcome and wanted and warm, right? To feel, but not just feel, to know, right? So, okay. So what I'm getting from this is rising above. And rising above makes us feel like this. Like we just have no energy, no steam left. Like, oh, stick a fork in me, 10 of them. I'm done, right? That whole, I'm done. Like, no more, no more. But rise above. You have the strength. You have the courage. That's exactly why this card is here. To build upon your strength and courage we already have, right? To build upon your strength and courage that you already possess. So, rising above entails, well, by rising above, that, that is letting go of emotional, pains, honoring them and acknowledging them. We have to understand that they're there first to then let them go, right? This is the phase of seeing, identifying where the fears and the hurts and the concerns come from, okay? And this is the phase of allowing those things, like processing them and releasing them. So that's beautiful, okay? Because that is going to allow us to know and understand and feel like we have a place. Instead of, they're just looking like, it's almost like the penguin is I'm assuming that's a penguin. It's almost like the penguin is walking this way and the owl is walking in a different direction. So it's like, where do we even go? Right? And that is what is going to allow this to have a direction, if that makes sense. So I think that is beautiful, guys. Rising above, really processing and honoring what it is that we're feeling, because our feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. Everybody wants to be honored and acknowledged. And this is a process. But if you think about it, it's 10, 4, 5. So kind of like those two add together to be 9. That one is 10, 9 and 1, 10. Endings and beginnings. It's a fresh start. Knowing when to be, more supportive versus more structured versus, more inspirational versus more grounded. I think that's beautiful. Because you are intentionally getting centered to ensure that we are able to be supportive first and foremost for ourselves, right? Ourselves first and foremost, because we can't be supportive of those around us if we are unable to support ourselves. Whew. That's been tough for me. Yeah. Okay. So we're doing shadow work this week. The oracle card is Earth Signs. Blinded to pain. Ugh, I don't like this picture, but that's okay. Okay. Card number 13. Ooh, I can shoulder it. And it's not a big deal, isn't it? Flies, pinned. Not pinned, but ordered as bees, feeding of the neatly arranged blood, a woman's chest, carved by a blade in a diamond pattern, full lips, the color of blood, a blindfold on whom the last fly lingers. Ugh. Carving oneself for every stroke of whip and feeling so broken that it makes no difference to be whole. T.S. Eliot said, "A fly that lives a single day has lived as long as we. Yet, we accept the passage of time like it didn't matter, like we don't matter. Every day, a single line is added to the pattern. A single fly is added to the wall." I don't like this picture, so I'm sorry, guys. That's why I keep pulling back. Anyways, every day a single line is added to the pattern. A single fly is added to the wall. We take one more responsibility. We take a little more abuse. We shoulder a little more pain. We smile in front of a little more insolence. We close our eyes to our own wounds. We think we can endure it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. We say that to ourselves. Like men, because it's manly to endure and be strong. Like women, because it's feminine to endure and be strong. Like humans, because the care and gentleness we feel is precious to others. And we don't dare to actually claim for ourselves. After all, we can do it. But it actually hurts. It's painful. Tears are better than feeding flies with our own blood. We can scream and say no, or endure nevertheless. But remembering that we are just humans, neither heroes nor saints. So what I'm getting from this is, again, honoring boundaries. Honoring boundaries. Our feelings matter. Our feelings are intention. They're trying to teach us something. Our inner child is trying to show us what we need, what we want to feel safe and sound and secure. So if we shadow work, focus on, I guess I can only talk about myself, right? So what I'm getting from this card is I should focus on the times I should be verbalizing my pains, my hurts, when I don't, and I shoulder them. It says, we take on one more responsibility. We take a little more abuse. We shoulder a little more pain. We smile in front of a little more insolence. We close our eyes to the wounds. Let's not do that anymore, guys. Let's honor ourselves. Let's acknowledge ourselves. Because if we don't, how can we expect others to? Right? So it starts with us internally, honoring and acknowledging what it is that our inner child is trying to show us so that we're not doing this anymore. This is not conducive. This is not healthy. Right? Our spiritual journey, our spiritual path is supposed to be, nurture. I mean, it's painful, right? Sometimes it's painful learning these lessons, but the whole point of them is to learn them so we don't experience them again, right? So that, I think, in that aspect, I think that's fantastic. If we're open, we have to be willing to take the blindfold off. And we have to be willing to honor and acknowledge, our hurts, our I want to say hurts, but just honor and acknowledge yourself as an individual. Hey, you know what? I'm here. I'm in a skin suit. I'm worthy. I hurt when A happens. When B happens, I feel. When C happens, my perception is. Things of that nature. When we turn it away from I and you and all of, then you break down that wall. And it can just be a learning experience by sharing instead of pointing fingers. Because everybody's perception is different. And unless we share what it is that we feel, cared for, we got to know what it is that allows us to feel cared for, to feel nurtured, right? Because when we're not honoring that, that's when we're, repeating that toxic behavior pattern that we learned as through our environment growing up, right? It's okay, guys. That's the whole point of this, is breaking that, learning. So what I'm getting from this, feeling so broken that it makes no difference to be whole, that's the opposite. This is just the beginning, because we're worthy. We're here, right? We're all different. None of us are alike. Even identical twins aren't exactly alike. So you get my point. We're all here for a reason. So honor what our inner child is trying to show us and teach us in this moment, so that we can learn from it and become better. Learn from it so that we can get balanced and become better support systems to our environment. I think that's beautiful, guys. So honor your boundaries, okay? But honor them in a nurturing and loving way, rising above, knowing when to be grounded, when to be emotionally supportive, when to be more structured, and when to be more inspirational. It's going to allow you, or actually rising above and letting go of, your hurts and verbalizing them, not just letting them go and brushing them off. No, honor them. So maybe we need to address them, right? And that's okay. But because by addressing them, that's what's going to allow us to feel honored and cherished and like there's a place for us, right? Instead of, where do we go? What are we doing, right? I think that's beautiful, Earth signs. All right. If this resonates for you, if you want to know more about this, my email address is below, and let's set an appointment. I would love to aid you and assist you in figuring out how to really honor yourself, how your path is asking you to grow and develop in honoring yourself. All right, Earth signs. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye.